So today's video is episode 3 of the series so far. I'm feeling so good that I cannot wait to give you guys all of the updates and all of the details. This is a recap on week 2 and 3 so far. So today I think is day 20 or day 21. And honestly, I'm feeling so good right now. I got like so much like positive energy and so much like, I don't know, like electricity going on in my body where I'm just like super pumped. Like I cannot explain to you guys how amazing I feel. This is the end of week 3 and I'm feeling so amazing that honestly, as of right now, as of today, I truly feel like I can be a high raw vegan forever. Like it's only day 20 or day 21 and I'm feeling so many benefits mentally, physically, emotionally, etc. that I feel passionate about learning all I can and doing all I can to ensure that I feel this way for the rest of my life. I feel like the way that I feel right now is the way all humans deserve to feel at our best, to feel confident, to have bodies that are functioning efficiently and letting them go out into the world and give their best to themselves and to others. And I'm really looking forward to the end of the 60-day period, not so I can stop being high raw vegan or have a cheat meal or anything like that. I'm looking forward to see how much transformation I made from day 0 when I first gave you guys the initial video versus the finale video I'm going to give you guys at the end of day 60. I'm ready to share my story with the entire world because I truly feel like a big transformation is coming, not just physically, not just on the outside, but the main thing is about what's on the inside. Like when I tell you I feel pumped, like I feel motivated spiritually, mentally, emotionally, everythingly. It's not a word, but it's fine. I want everyone to feel like this. I really do. I really do. So stay tuned and I'll give you more information. Timestamps are below for your convenience as always. I'm feeling so pumped. Like I guess week 1 and week 2, I was just kind of going through autopilot, trying to get back into the raw vegan groove that I had done back in September. But right now, I feel like it's beginning like the internal transformation phase of this 60-day period. I don't know. But I honestly feel like I could do this long term. And I'm not saying that I'm never going to eat anything cooked ever again. But I truly feel like I can be high raw. And I can incorporate this for the rest of my life. Like it's within my reach and it's a possibility. When I tell you I have been able to even be around other people who are eating the things that I used to eat and not feel tempted or crave it or feel like I want it or I need it or damn, I wish I had that. Like I'm not even jealous of. We went out to eat with some friends on Friday. We went out to watch the fight. People were ordering wings, fries, drinks. I was just like, wow, this stuff smells good. But I don't want it. And I was just like, I don't want it. I used to be a hot wing lover. And even though my husband, he ate some cauliflower wings, my friends, they were eating chicken wings. And I was just like, they were dipping their French fries in the ranch and the blue cheese. And I'm just like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I brought my own salad toppings. I'll get to that later. But I bought my own food and I was good. My food tasted better than theirs. This process is slowly and gradually, but very surely becoming so enjoyable for me that I really feel like I could do this long term. I feel like I could do this for the rest of my life. I'm so happy to be truly enjoying this journey. Like these feelings are just reminding me of how great I felt back in September. When I tell you, I'll just be driving down the street and just smiling for no reason. Like it felt like it was golden hour all the time. Like it was just, there was just a glow on life. Everything was just, and I'm not saying there weren't bad days. Of course there'll be bad days, but like being raw vegan just made me feel like my thoughts were more pure, my intentions were more pure, my body was more pure, and I was just functioning at a top tier type of level in all aspects of life. First up, body stats update. Okay, you guys ready? So the end of week 1, I was 165.1. By the end of week 2, I was 163.8. And then the end of this week, I am now 161.4. When I tell y'all, when I first hit 163 and I saw that on the scale for the first time in so long, I felt so, you have to understand, I've been floating between 166 and 172 for so long that once I saw 163, I knew that I was finally passing a threshold to work my way down into getting back into the 150s and so forth. So once I saw 163, I was like, okay, this is a number I haven't seen in a long time. And I was just really happy. But now I'm at 161, so I'm so much closer to 150s. And it feels great, guys. It really does. It really does. So besides last September when I did the 30-day high raw challenge, I haven't seen 163 in the scale since probably March 2020, which means before the pandemic, and I ate and drank myself to nearly death and gained 5,000 pounds. As far as body fat percentage goes, I went from 34.3 at the end of week 1 to 34.1 at the end of week 2. Now that I'm at the end of week 3, I'm 33.6. So that is a difference of 0.7%. That's almost a whole body fat percentage lost within 3 weeks, and I'm not mad about that. And I know I can accelerate that rate if I increase my water and I increase the intensity of my workouts. And I have been increasing my water. I've been doing really good about drinking water this week. And I've been using Big Bertha. I pulled her out of the trenches. It has time markers for every 2 hours to remind you to drink water. So this is a big, huge help. Because otherwise you're just like, I think I drank 32 ounces this morning, and then I think I drank a cup of water before I went to work, and then I think I had half a bottle of water at the gym. Like, you'll never really know unless you're really good at keeping track on it, like on a My Water app. From week to week, I'll be using my home scale for body measurements and stat updates, but the results I plan to show in my finale video, those will be in-body stats. I got an in-body scan on week 2. So I'll do a week 2 versus week 8. I wasn't able to get the in-body scan appointment for week 1, so it'll be week 2 versus week 8. On day 11, I went to a wellness appointment and I got an in-body scan. Here's an example of what it is. When you do an in-body scan, they give you a detailed body composition analysis. So I learned, according to the in-body scanner, that I am 36.4% body fat and 163 pounds, 0.3 as of July 21st. Which was day 11. My next appointment will be the day before day 60. Day 60, I can give you guys a finale with all of the details and the full transformation, before and after photos, all the good information. So this is my first time doing an in-body scan. In the past, I've done the Bod Pod, I've done DEXA scan, I've done Fit 3D scan, and I know that among all of the body composition scanners, that DEXA scan is said to be the gold standard and to be the most accurate at predicting precise body fat percentages. But the closest facility that does DEXA scans near me is 4 to 5 hour drive away. So I decided for now I'll just do in-body scans. So here's some great things that I've noticed in week 2 and week 3. One, my husband has told me twice that he can tell that I'm more toned now, which I really appreciate because that just gives me confirmation that what I see in the mirror, like, I'm not tripping. My clothes are fitting better too, so those are the top 2 indicators to me. Second thing I noticed is that my soreness after workouts is very minimal. Like, I can feel that I've worked out and I've had a good workout, but I'm not sore. I can't actually recall the last time I was sore since working out within the last 3 weeks. It's really amazing to see how fast the body and the muscles and the tissues can recover by eating a high raw vegan diet. I honestly can't remember the last time I felt sore. Number 3, I can jog up the flight of stairs at work. So I always have the option to use the elevator because it's right next to the staircase. But I usually always, 99% of the time, I take the staircase unless something's wrong with my knee or my legs or something like that. But not only are my knees and my legs doing much better, but I wasn't out of breath when I ran up the stairs. When I tell you, like maybe 3 months ago, if I was walking up the stairs, 1, I'd be walking slow. 2, I would still be out of breath when I got to the top of the staircase. So how embarrassing is that? to be as young as being in your 30s, and you're walking up a flight of stairs and you're trying to pretend like you're not huffing and puffing when you get to the top. So when we had the mask mandate, wearing masks at work, you know, you could kind of hide that you weren't breathing that hard. But when the mask mandate was lifted, like, how you gonna play that off, sis? We see you breathing hard. It's okay. No, it's not okay. So the fact that I jogged up the stairs was like, this is health. This is what health feels like. Number 4, my posture has improved. This is a major thing for me because I'm so top heavy. I work at a desk sitting at the computer all day. So it's just like those two things contribute so much to me just like slouching over. And my lower back would hurt, my upper back would hurt, my shoulders, my neck would hurt. And I am going to physical therapy for this. I have dry needling scheduled, but I'm like, you know, I feel good. All I need to do is maybe incorporate some more stretching in the morning and at night, and maybe some stretching at work. But honestly, I have noticed that I have to remind myself a lot less to sit up straight. Like, usually I'll be slouched over, you know, body feeling heavy, bloated, and then my chest just feeling so heavy. But I'm doing pretty well in the chest area. The 5th thing, which I already knew was going to happen, I am much happier and much less irritable, which is great for my relationships, and it's great for the workplace. Like, not saying that people don't still tick me off or still get under my skin, but I find myself much more able to like calm myself and much more able to like think through things. But I'm able to like soothe. I'm able to self-soothe, if you will. The next thing I noticed is that I go to the bathroom a lot more often. And you know, week 1 and week 2, I told you guys I was kind of struggling with staying on top of drinking water. But I would still use the bathroom a lot because I'm eating a whole lot more fruit and vegetables that are rich in water. So they're very hydrating to my body, and I found myself using the bathroom a whole lot. The last thing I noticed is that my dreams are becoming more vivid. And I know I mentioned this in the last video update, but honestly, my dreams are getting way more trippy. They're getting real funny and real weird. So that's interesting. I'm not sure if I've had any detox symptoms necessarily, but I will say, on day 18 and day 19, I started to get really cold. And usually, like 99.9999998% of the time, I am always the hottest person in the room. Always. Whether it's 60 degrees, or it's 90 degrees, or it's 100 degrees, or it's 50 degrees, like, I'm gonna be the warmest person. I don't know what it is about my body, but I'm always hot. I'm naturally hot, and I've been that way since I was a teenager. That's as early as I can remember. But on day 18, I found myself turning my AC in the house from 71 all the way up to 75. At first I was just like, okay, 72 is kind of cold in here. Okay, it's still really cold. 73, 74, 75. Even my husband was like, I'm kind of hot. I'm like, you're hot? Because usually the roles are reversed. He'll be wearing hoodies and socks and clothes in the house, and I'm just like, why do you have on these outside clothes? You know, I'm always hot. When I tell you I got really cold day 18 and 19, I started to get concerned. And both days I started to get congested and sneeze a whole lot and start coughing, and I felt kind of mucusy. And so what I did, I was like, okay, obviously this is either a detox symptom or I'm missing some vitamins and nutrients. So I started a vitamin regimen with Now Foods vitamins, and I ordered some Floridix liquid iron from Amazon. Also that day, I made a drink. I had mixed ginseng with fresh juice from a lime and half of a lemon, and I put a couple ice cubes in it, mixed it up. I drank that. I drank half of it, and I almost immediately, like within 10-20 minutes, I started to feel better. And then I drank the rest of it that night, and then you know, it kind of went away. So my typical meals from week 2 versus week 1, my typical meals didn't really change. It was still pretty much smoothies, fruit mono meals, or nori wraps. But week 3, I changed it up a little bit. I started to incorporate more juices. I pulled out and dusted off my old juicer. And then I also ordered a spiralizer from Amazon, and that came in the mail. So I started to make some more zucchini noodles, carrot noodles, and cucumber noodles, and mixing that with a vegan Alfredo sauce, some avocado on top, and some hot sauce. Oh my gosh. I was in pasta heaven. I really was. As far as cravings are concerned, I hadn't really had any. I started to get pretty concerned about my lack of appetite in week 2. So I would get up in the morning, I'll go work out, I'll come back, play with the dogs, take them out, get ready for work. And I realized that by the time I'm at work and it's like 1 o'clock, I hadn't eaten yet. So to me, it was like accidental intermittent fasting. But usually I'm hungry like all day, every day. And I was grazing a lot in week 1, but week 2, my appetite was gone. I was just like, I need to eat. I don't think I ate breakfast. Do I remember eating breakfast or a snack or anything? Because usually I'll have breakfast before I leave the house for the day. Then at work, I would have a snack. Then I would have lunch. Then I would have another snack and another snack. And then I'd have dinner and then possibly another snack. That was week 1. Week 2, I was just like skipping things and not remembering and not even caring if I ate, because if my body wasn't hungry, then I didn't want to force myself to eat. But then I realized, I'm like, well, I need to make sure I'm getting enough calories and hitting maybe not all of the macros perfectly, but I need to be getting, you know, the appropriate amount of vitamins and nutrients that my body needs. Luckily, by week 3, my appetite came back. I was fine, back to normal. Juice fast. Did I juice fast before I started my 60-day challenge? I know a lot of people in the raw vegan community highly recommend that before you transition into a raw vegan or high raw vegan diet or lifestyle, that you do a juice fast for at least 30 days or so in order to clean out your gut and get your body ready to be able to appropriately absorb all the vitamins and nutrients that you're about to start consuming every day. But I can't do that because of the career field that I'm in. I'm required to work out every single day. And so I don't feel comfortable doing a juice fast knowing that I have to work out. So I'm going to wait until next summer when I transition into a different career field. I'm going to take about probably 2 weeks to 4 weeks, and I'm going to do a juice fast for sure during that time period. But for right now, it's not optimal for my work schedule. My meditation and journaling is a whole lot better than it was in week one and week 2. As you know, I told you guys that I was not being intentional. I was not making time to do these things. But I've gotten better in week 3. So what I've done is, instead of feeling like I have to set aside this time, this place every day, like for example, I have to be in my bedroom, you know, at 5:30 in the morning. I have to meditate and I have to journal in this specific journal. This journal is my special journal, and I need to do this every single day, or else, you know, I didn't do it right. I didn't do my routine correctly. And so I think that was hindering me from sticking to what the actual purpose of doing it was. And so in week 3, I found that I was doing better at it because I didn't limit myself to like this one space, this one time, and this one routine of doing it. So honestly, if I was at work and I was like, ooh, I had a really positive thought, or I had a really good question that I want to ask myself, I would just pull up a Microsoft Word document or get out a piece of paper from my notebook, and I would just write or type and journal that way, no matter where I am. You know what I mean? So don't limit yourself to being like, oh, I have to meditate only in my meditation corner. I can only journal before bed, or I can only, you know, read my book during this time. Like, if you have time and you have the need, do it where you are. Grab the closest piece of paper, grab the closest notebook, or pull out your phone or pull out your computer, type, write, or even just pull out your phone, record a video of you just speaking to yourself about what's on your heart and what's on your mind. That way, you're not just like, oh, I can only do it during this time. I found it to be very helpful and very enlightening. One obstacle that I hit during week 2 was that my husband and I went hiking over the weekend. And yeah, we did eat breakfast before we went, but of course we did about a 3.5 mile hike, and it was really hot outside, and we kept a pretty good pace. So we were pretty tired and exhausted and starving by the time we got done with the hike, right? So guess what we did? We were like, okay, we're gonna go to the grocery store really quick, grab some picnic items, just a couple things. We're gonna come back to the park that we were at and have a little picnic, a little romantic picnic by the lake. And yeah, we did just that, except a couple things turned into a couple of bags of things. Whoops. So, you know, I wasn't being too frugal. We went to Fresh Market. I don't know if you guys have a Fresh Market where you live, but because Fresh Market was the closest location and we hadn't been there in so long, we went to Fresh Market and we turned up in that grocery store. We sure did. I think that if I remember correctly, our grocery receipt was like over $80 for a picnic. I'm so ashamed, but it's okay because we had a great day. We had a great day. So from what I can remember, here are some things that I ate during week 2 and week 3 that were not raw. At the picnic that we had after the hike, I had some falafel. We went to see Nope at the movie theaters. I had a little bit of my husband's popcorn. We went to a Thai restaurant and I did order a green papaya salad, but I had some fried tofu appetizer. We went to a bar and I had a 0.0 Heineken, which although it wasn't alcohol, still wasn't raw vegan. So I have toasted pumpkin seeds on my salad, which I'm not going to be too harsh on myself about toasted or roasted nuts because they're not always raw nuts available at my local grocery store. So I got to get my fats in whenever I can. Then we went to a trivia night last week and I had a vegan taco at the bar. So what I'm realizing now is that I need to get my head in the game, eat before I go, or prep my meal and bring some snacks with me or bring my own meal with me whenever we go out. And I've done really good about that last Friday and last Saturday. For example, I went out with some friends to watch the fight on Friday. Then the next day we had lunch with my parents. Both times I came very, very well prepared. So what I did is I brought an insulated lunch bag with me to the restaurant both times. What I packed was 3 containers. The first container had dry toppings in it such as pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, black sesame seeds, flax seeds, and some dried red peppers like salad topping. So that was all mixed together in one dry toppings container. The second container had chopped veggies. I had cherry tomatoes, zucchini, squash, cucumber, and bell pepper and jalapeno. And in the third container, I had a homemade dressing. I mixed avocado with lime, garam masala, chili powder, and nutritional yeast, and lemon juice. And I mixed all of that together, and I brought that in a little airtight Tupperware. So when I got to the restaurant both times, I just basically ordered a side salad with, minus cheese, minus egg, minus bacon bits, or whatever crap that they put on there that I didn't want to eat. So I just said, yes, just give me the side salad, please. They're like, no chicken, no cheese, like no nothing. Like, yep, just give me the side salad. So they bring me the side salad, and I start putting my toppings on, and I mixed it all together, and it was just such an aromatic and delicious and tasty experience. Like, I'm just gonna start doing that every time I need to go out to eat with my friends or family. It works. It's not against the rules unless there's a sign at a restaurant that you go to that explicitly says no outside food. So here's what I'm giving up, at least for the next 60 days and hopefully longer, but here's what I'm giving up. Number 1, I'm gonna give up buying non-organic produce when the organic version is there and available. Number 2, I'm gonna give up plant-based proteins such as tofu, tempeh, falafel, meats such as Gardein and Morningstar and Beyond Meat and stuff like that. I'm just gonna give up the processed plant-based meats, at least for now, at least for the 60-day challenge. Number 3, I'm gonna give up tasting what my husband eats. Just because he's a vegan and he gets something delicious doesn't mean like, oh, okay, I'm high raw, I can taste whatever he's eating and then I eat what he eats. Because I feel like eating so high raw, almost raw, it's changing my taste buds and it's elevating my taste buds. So I feel like the more I taste something that he has, oh, let me get a French fry, just one. Oh, let me get a cauliflower wing, just one. Or let me have one bite of the burger, just one. I feel like that's taking away from the progress that my taste buds are making. Because my taste buds don't care about how ethical or how pure or how organic or how processed something is. They just going for the taste. But if I train my taste buds to stay on track, the cravings for the other stuff will eventually go away. Number 4, I'm giving up hot showers. Ladies, I know you want to disown me from womanhood, but that's okay. Because my skin is going to thank me for it in 10, 20, 30 years. It's okay. I'll just take lukewarm showers. Only take hot-ish showers when it's really necessary. Like if I'm freezing in the winter time, I have to just see what I can do. But I'm gonna try my absolute best to not take any more hot showers. Lukewarm it is. Taking a hot shower just really dries your skin, and I think it's doing more damage. And the closer I get to the high 30s and the 40s, I want to make sure my skin is well taken care of and nourished and hydrated and just beautiful. Grocery costs. So what I'm finding is that grocery costs are really hard for me to track, because if I go to the grocery store, it's not like the things that I buy on Sunday, I have consumed all of it by the end of the week. So it's kind of hard to give you guys a grocery cost and grocery list update because certain items overlap and certain items last a lot longer. Certain items will be gone within 2-3 day time period and I have to re-up on them again. So, you know, what I can say is that I don't feel as if my pockets are any different or my budget for groceries is any different versus when I was eating processed vegan food. So for example, if I'm buying a lot of fresh produce and a lot of fresh, you know, organic ingredients and stuff like that, I feel like I'm spending almost the same amount of money, whereas I'm buying like packaged tofu and packaged, you know, cauliflower wings and packaged frozen vegan pizzas. Like, those things are getting pretty expensive. So I feel like I'm spending almost the same amount of money. I don't feel hurt financially by purchasing organic or fresh produce. So I'm really blessed to be in a financial position with a stable job where I can, you know, actually buy things. And I know this is a privilege that a lot of people don't have, and I do not take that for granted. So some tips that I've thought of. Number one, if you're tracking what you eat on MyFitnessPal or Chronometer or whatever it's called, I use MyFitnessPal, so I really don't know about any of the others. But log it immediately as soon as you eat it, because for me, the food that I make has so many different ingredients. Whether it's a smoothie and I just have a whole bunch of fruit and vegetables in there, or it's a salad and I have a whole bunch of vegetables on there. It's like, no, I'm not necessarily going to weigh every single thing and see, okay, I have 7 grams of this and I have 2 milligrams of this and I have 1 ounce of this. I just be ready to eat. When my body says, you know what, we need a salad, I'm making a salad, I'm whipping it up and we're eating it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to sit there and measure every single thing. I put my food together and I consume it fast. I say definitely, if you are looking to log what you eat so you can keep track efficiently of the vitamins and nutrients and macros that you're consuming throughout the day, log it while you're eating it, log it right after you eat it, log it before you make it. Like, just make sure you log it, because like, if you're like me, I'm hungry, I make it, I eat it, and I'm just like, on to the next. Number 2, join Facebook groups and follow hashtags on Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media platform you use. Follow if you're interested in this or whatever you're interested in health-wise. Join the groups, follow the hashtags so you can see that motivation on your timeline. But yeah, Facebook has some good groups if you actually search for them. I'm in 3 right now, including Shane Sterling's group, Raw Vegan Heroes Community.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better.
So the people in Raw Vegan Heroes Community so far are really kind. They're really helpful. If I comment on someone's post or if I ask a question, someone is right there responding, and I love how responsive they are. They have, I want to say, either once a week or once a month, they have a Zoom call, and everyone shares their experiences. Everyone's kind of going through the same or similar experiences. So being able to have that accountability to share with other people who are like-minded, it's very, very helpful. Lastly, always keep your favorite high raw vegan snack stocked up. Keep one in your purse, keep one in your book bag, keep a couple at your desk at work, keep some stocked up in your cabinets. You don't want to open the door for temptation because you forgot to bring a snack with you, or you are at the vending machine like, damn, I'm really hungry. Like, luckily I haven't been in that position, because at work I always have either some watermelon or a banana or a Lara bar or something like that. But always keep something handy and close by so that you're not tempted to go grab a candy bar or a bag of chips. So my action plan for week 3 going into week 4 now is to get down to 33.0% body fat. Again, I do have goals as far as pounds are concerned, but my main goal and my main focus is to reduce body fat percentage. So I'll let you guys know by next week how I'm feeling, what's going on, and if I met my goal for 33.0%. If you've made it this far in the video, I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate all of you watching and following my journey and seeing what I'm up to from week to week. I'm gonna be consistent, I'm gonna be posting. I have a lot of other video ideas coming up as well. No longer going to Mexico, we're rerouting our trip somewhere else, and I'll tell you guys why in the next video. But also, be sure to check my description box, because I always post links to other helpful channels, such as meditation videos, health TED Talks, other vegans sharing their stories, testimonials and transformations. Check the links. I have new links in the description box to share with you every single week. Speaking of vegan channels, does anybody know what happened to my internet girlfriend? I haven't seen anything from Tony Mitchell, aka Tony, in a long time. I like went to her Instagram and I couldn't find it. And then I went to her YouTube and I was like, she posted 7 months ago. What is going on? I'm really sad. I love her so much. So yeah, if y'all know where Tony is and she changed her Instagram name or something like that, let me know. Again, thank you so much for following my journey. I really, really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I love you guys already. Have a great week. Talk to you next week. What are y'all doing? Timestamps are below. Oof. Gotta work on this. I felt so motivated and so driven once I saw the 163. Because you gotta understand. You have to understand. I've been floating. I don't think I've seen 163 in the scale besides last September when I did a high raw challenge. Besides last September when I did the first 30-day high raw vegan challenge, I don't think if y'all hear chewing and noise in the background, please forgive me, but my dog is chewing her bone very loudly and I don't want to take away from her because that's just rude. So my apologies. Claire, live your best life. Don't worry about it. I'm not filming or anything. Don't even worry about it. What was I saying? Okay.